Hi, Sarah. Hi, Anais. Hi, everybody. Long time no chat. You'll always be a mod. I'll never remove it. I'm good. How are you? I miss all of you. It's been so long. Like, I don't even know how to be a YouTuber anymore. It's the bestie chat. I miss you guys so much. I miss being on the road so much. I'm gonna make some bracelets. I'm just stretching out some string. I really feel like I just don't know how to be. Ah, sorry. I have this new contraption. Hi, Jan. Hi, Aaron. Hi, Alita. Is that how you say it? Alita? Thank you so much. Joey says hi. He is hiding over there right now, sleeping. His mid-morning nap. How is everybody? I'm gonna pull you up so I can actually... Can everybody hear me okay? Because I've never used this thing outside of TikTok. Aw, Joey misses you too. I'm sure he even misses Pam. Thanks, Anais. Hi, Shiny Nickel Blades. You guys, it's been so long. Well over a month. And the thing is I've gone camping a couple times since then, and I didn't even record anything. I don't know what's wrong with me. But honestly, all I really did was read and like hang out in the hammock. So it wasn't very exciting. I don't know. I felt like it would have been boring material, and so I just didn't record it. It was lovely. Thank you, Jan. I know, I just feel bad because I don't really know what I'm doing with my YouTube channel right now. I've been so focused on my art business that I've been neglecting my YouTube channel. And I feel bad about it because I would really love to be on the road or traveling or doing fun things, but really, like, this is what my life looks like right now. I'm trying to get enough inventory made to be able to do like markets and stuff. And so that's just been my main priority. Thank you, Anais. Also, since it's just us besties, the world is like kind of batshit crazy right now. Like the whole world, not even just the US. Um, and I'm trying not to let myself get terrified. But honestly, I don't know if I would really want to be on the road right now. Like, it scares me. Like, Sarah, I'm happy that you and Aaron have each other, right? But me, all by myself out there right now, everything is just kind of crazy. And I feel like everybody's kind of in this waiting period of like, what are we gonna do? Like, just, I mean, are we gonna just let this shit happen. Like, I don't even know. Also, my van still is not running. I need to like fix something in it, like a battery or something needs to be fixed. I don't know. And so that's just kind of been a little stressful. So even if I wanted to leave right now, I just couldn't because I can't even afford to like bring it into I don't know, bring it into a mechanic shop. And I always feel like I'm such a target when I go in there. They're like, this bitch doesn't know anything and I can sell her anything I want to right now. And so I'm just kind of nervous to do that. And it's also 2001. And so I'm, you know, how much money should I really put into the van that's, you know, 20 plus years old? And also I was already getting tired. Okay, I'll go on your roof. Yeah, it's just been like, not even my personal life, just like watching the news and feeling freaking helpless. Like I can't do anything to help it. I'm sorry. It's up to us to fix it. Heck yes, it is. I know. I was honestly like thinking like how much would a train ticket cost to go to the capital? Um, I feel like I need to do something because just sitting here, I feel like is not doing much. Just stressing out over it. And it's like I can scream and rant on the internet as much as I want, but that's not going to help either. And the thing is like the people in power on the quote unquote like right side, right? Like they're not doing anything. I feel like I don't know what they're waiting for or why they're not stopping all of this freaking chaos. Sorry, I'm just kind of ranting at this point. Also, I'm making this moonstone bracelet to go with this little mini one because I made another one to go with this one and I did not like it. And so I am making a new one in case anyone is curious. But I miss you guys and I'm sorry that it's been such a long time since I've like posted anything really. Ah, mother trucker. I just broke this needle. Where did I put the other ones? You know, I've broken like 8 needles. Also, all of you people who have been joining me are joining me on a random Monday. That's really cool. Oh, cool. I can see the comments now. I'm sorry that I've missed quite a few of them. Anais, what kind of van do you have? I don't even remember what van you have. But I can tell you that I probably cannot afford it right now. 2008. Hi, Beth. Hi, Blue Pearl. Oh, shit, it is Tuesday. Wow. All right. I fucked this up. Excuse my language. Oh my god, this is so long though. I'm out of all the shorter ones, so we're just gonna cut it with these wire cutters. Also, I don't know why it's so hard to find these hooked needles. They didn't have them at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. I found these ones on Amazon, but the one that I really liked came with an order that I placed as like a freebie. And I'm sad. Okay, back to business here. So yeah, you know, that's really what's been going on. I'm just tripping out over the government and trying not to spiral too badly. I'm not doing a very good job at that though. Trying to just make money and pay my bills and try to figure out what I'm doing next, because I would love to go back onto the road, but I know I need a new vehicle first. And before I can do that, I need to make a lot more money. So just trying to figure it all out, guys. Seriously, everyone's tripping. I know, Jan. Everyone is tripping, including me. And I'm not really sure what I should do about it. I'm not too far from Chicago. It's only like an hour train ride. You know, they're like calling them music festivals right now. So you can go to some Chicago music festivals. Aaron said he's coping by rewatching True Blood. I'm actually watching for the first time ever Supernatural. I mean, I've like seen episodes here and there throughout my childhood, you know, but yeah, I have never actually watched it, so. Yeah, Sarah, daily, every day. And like, what am I supposed to do about it? Beautiful. Me too, Anais. Okay, so I am currently reading Throne of Glass. If anybody is into those romantasy books. Yeah, Supernatural. You know, I usually have something playing in the background. And so that's what's been on as my background TV. I think because I was on the road for so long and did not have access to television, I didn't watch it for so many years. When I lived in Oregon, I had never owned a TV. It just wasn't something that I really felt like I needed. I had my laptop, and so I would watch Netflix on my laptop, but I haven't had a TV in so long. So like over 9 years, and I feel like it's just always on now that I have one. It's just always playing something in the background. And if I wouldn't get a copyright infringement, I would have music or my TV playing in the background. I know it's overwhelming, the news. Well, and it's like something is newsworthy like every minute these days. There's a shooting every single day somewhere. Like literally every single day there's a mass shooting for the past like 2 weeks, every single day. It's insanity. Same, I didn't own one for a decade before moving into the van. I have a TV now, but it's usually background noise, right? Like it's almost just comforting just to like have it playing so it's not quiet. Or like have my music going. And when I lived in the van, it's really weird because I didn't listen to music as often as I like normally do. I've always been somebody who's had music going like all the time. And then when I moved into the van, it was so quiet all the time, and I really, really enjoyed that. And I just didn't listen to music as much. Girl World, is that the Amber girl? She sometimes pops onto my TikTok feed. Chantel, we are in a heat wave here in the Southwest in Gallup, New Mexico, in the Navajo Nation. That's crazy. I feel like everywhere's just been having super crazy weather. Nothing like good old climate change on top of a horrible political climate. It goes hand in hand, doesn't it, though? It's just... I've been following her mess for years. That's so funny. All I know is that all of her relationships seem very toxic. Because that's what I get, like, when she comes on to, it's always about her, like, relationship drama. Super hot here yesterday. It was 106. Ugh. It's been steady in the 90s since, like, mid-June here. And it's so humid, you just, like, walk outside and you're just, like, drenching. Don't mind me tying this up here, guys. Premium content found here on my basic journey. Who did you want to see live? I feel like I missed something. Oh, 9 Inch Nails. There it goes. I feel like I've heard you talk about 9 Inch Nails too, Sarah. They like came out with a new album, like what was it, like 2 years ago, and you were like excited about that. Am I a Dean girl or a Sam girl? Ugh. I mean, I don't know. I'm a Bobby girl. He seems to have more of like the rational mind out of the three of them. Oops. Whoopsie. All right. Let's see if that's enough. I was never really big into 9 Inch Nails. But I do find myself more in the rock genre than any other genre. But I was more into like emo bands, my little screamo bands. So same, Anais. Same. I grew up when I was a kid. Okay, so my dad was really big into like 80s like hair bands, like 80s metal bands. Um, and so I grew up going to like those kind of concerts. We went to Ozfest a few times when I was a kid. And then once I got older, I started going to Warped Tour every year for like 6 years in a row. And so that was really my jam, like that kind of music scene. Good times, good times. Hi, Laura. You're not late. You're right on time. I know, R.I.P. Ozzy. Yeah. Ozfest. We had so much fun back in those good old days. I had no responsibilities. I was like 14, just trashed at Ozfest. Yes, shout out to Ozzy. My mom is really good. Thank you for asking. Yes, and I see like the Warp Tour in Long Beach, and there was like 100,000 people or something nuts. Maybe not that many, but it just felt like it was so overcrowded. I would have hated it now in my 30s, my elder years. I need my space. I can just smell the sweat and beer from here. And it's funny because, back in the day when I would go to a Warp Tour, I was like that age group, right? So it was all younger kids, and now so all these videos are coming out from the recent Warp Tours, and it's all people my age still. And I love that. My back hurts, my knees, exactly. Exactly. Thank you, Laura. Okay, I think we're stretched. I think we're stretched good enough. Getting old sucks. Yeah, especially in this climate. I feel like I'm just never going to be able to retire. I probably won't ever be able to buy a house. Um, Although I'm thinking that I'll probably go down to the buying cheap property in the middle of nowhere route eventually is my like goal right now. Um, and just like putting a cheap tiny house on it or like I saw those cute sheds at like Home Depot that are actually like really big. Um, and from living in a minivan for over 4 years, I feel like it would feel big enough. And I can eventually build something bigger when I'm making more money. Um, but that's kind of my plan right now is just try to do that. Same land spot for like 2K. Exactly. I know. I was like, I catch myself on Land Watch so often. It's probably considered a mental illness at this point because I'm nowhere near ready to buy it. And just trying to find out like where because I feel like I've traveled a lot of places now and I still am not decided on where I would want to buy permanent land. I think definitely somewhere in the north, where I will have air conditioning for the summer. Oops. And then travel in a van through the south because there's so much free. Well, we'll have to see on what they're going to do on BLM land because that's kind of like an unknown situation at this point. But you could probably still find free places in the desert to camp. Or maybe I'll just get a second piece of land that I can just park on. And it can just be a tiny little lot instead of like acreage. Because originally I wanted to get land in Arizona and have my little desert oasis. But then I remembered that by February, like March, I'm going to want to get out of there. At Costco, you can get a tiny house. Cool. See, I didn't even know that. Like Williams or something, that area is so beautiful. Don't they still get snow? I just don't want to be somewhere where it gets snow. I just can't handle snow anymore. I'm like already dreading the cooler weather coming, and it's still August. Although I hate the freaking hot too. It's just the weather's so extreme in both directions here. Hi, Hannah from Oregon. Yes, lots of snow. Yeah, see, I was also looking like the area, what is it, Payson? Like north of Phoenix. What's going on with this? Oh, there it goes. Oh, yeah, it's so pretty, but they get snow. I got snowed out there when I was there in April. And that's just not what I want. Because I don't want to drive in it. If I had a chauffeur or like somebody who would drive me around in the winter, I wouldn't care. Because I actually don't mind the cold, it's the snow. I don't like driving in it. I feel like you get like stuck inside because of it. Like even though it's like 90 during the day here, you can go out or early enough or late enough and it will be comfortable. But when it's like frigid and you walk outside and your face freezes and you can't breathe because it hurts your lungs, it's like you feel trapped. That's why I will want to be traveling to the south for the winter. Alita, I love Sedona. I do, but I'm trying to buy cheap land and you can't do that in Sedona. That would ideally be the best place to live, which is why it's so expensive. Yep, and their weather is pretty great. This one is Spectralite, which are these little guys, and Larvacite. I wanted to make a black one to balance out this white one. I do like Prescott. Oh my god, I remember when I first went there, I got, every Prescott local was yelling at me in my comments for saying it wrong the entire video. That's fine. Yeah, also I just, if I'm gonna get land in Arizona, it's gonna be the southern Arizona. I don't want to, be up north in the snow. It is, Anais, I haven't even looked just because I was trying to avoid places that get too cold. They should have spelled it correctly. That's Scott, man. That's a Prescott. It's the same thing with like Oregon, though. Before I moved there, it was Oregon. The Oregon Trail. Learned very quickly after I moved there that was wrong. Don't even get me started on towns in Washington. Like, that state uses a lot of like native towns. You died of dysentery. I know. That game. I saw somebody load up the original floppy disk on TikTok and I was like, holy shit, what a trip down memory lane that was. Yes. I've seen some builds out by Bisbee. See, and I love it there. Puyallup. Puyallup. I don't remember what the correct way to say that was. I feel like I'm close though. Yeah, and there's like one of the towns is like Squim or something. And it doesn't look like it's supposed to sound like that. Kind of near Forks in that area. I had to take my dog to the vet there after he got bit. Make some Southeast style earrings. I actually just made a turquoise bracelet. I have a lot of turquoise. I have these guys. I don't even know if it's focusing enough for you guys to see this. But I made a bracelet with one of these. These are still on the string. Anyways, I made one with these yesterday. Those will be taken. I'll take photos of those later today. And then I have these, which I also used. These are chips. And then also we have some donuts. More chips. I have a lot of turquoise. Squim. Yeah, see, in me, I would be like, that's sequim. But no, there's no E. It's just squim. Alright, let's see where we're at with this. I like 2 more on here. If you decide to do some Southwest themed jewelry, I found some cute cactus charms. That's fun. I think I have 1 cactus charm that like came in a kit. Hi, Alicia. That's cool, Anais. You can go eat some food. I know it's almost 12:30 here. But I wanted to get these done before I eat lunch. I'm almost out of size 7 bracelets. I had like 2 more made that I was ready to post. But otherwise what was on the website was all I had left. I have way more 8s than 7s, so I'm just going to be focusing on making more 7s besides this moonstone bracelet, because thank you, Elida. They're on my Etsy. I meant Southwest Navajo style earrings. Well, you can send me some pictures if you want. There's a stop on the Oak. Oh my gosh, what is it called, Sarah? Up 89. Like if you're going up 89 to Flagstaff from Sedona, they have that little like pull off on the side of the highway there, where they have handmade Navajo items. And I bought some hair clips that had turquoise turtles on them. And I got my mom this really cool ornament that they used burned horsehair on, and it had like a little native guy in the middle. It was really cute, but she loves it. It's a rest stop. Yeah, it's like Oak Vista or something. Oak something. Anyways. Mm-mm. Yes, thank you, Anais. You did. You were one of my first people, too, that bought one. Sarah was like the first. So grateful for you. So cute. I think I'm going to add some maybe like clear quartz or some black agate maybe to match more with that. Bum, bum, bum. Oak Creek. It's my claps for you. Hi everyone, I have been making Nick's silver chain bracelet with squirrels and acorns. So cute. That is cute. Thank you, Anais, for clapping with me for Sarah. Yeah, it is like the cutest little market too. They have so much cute stuff. My mom collects ornaments, and so when I saw them, I knew I had to send one to her. She loves it. For 2020, because I get her an ornament every single year. And for 2020, I found her this acorn, and they like cut the acorn out and then like put stuff inside of it and make them into ornaments. And this one had a little toilet paper roll inside of it on this little like ledge, like, and it said 2020 in a nutshell. To show my hands working, like move it down more. Like this. Is that good? Aaron wants to know if he knew he worked at Gem World. What? I'm pretty jealous of that. Did he get a discount? Happy birthday, Aaron. I think it's like, is it the 15th? Or am I wrong? Oh. Yes, he got a discount. Jealous. Did you get a bunch of cool stuff? See, I couldn't work at somewhere like that, Sarah, because I would spend all of the money that I made there. I'm just stretching the string for the person who wanted to see my hands, Cynthia, which is why my hand keeps going out of frame. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I could work somewhere like that because I would spend all of my money there. Aaron says thank you. All right, black agate in here We do have these ones. This is onyx, though. But these are small donut shapes, just like those other ones. So that could be kind of cool. Let's see. Mm, mm, mm. Aaron said the employees there do what you do and work there for the discount. See, that's smart. Worried the tariffs will ruin that business, though. Right? Yeah. Because almost all stones are imported. Like, my favorite is Larmar, and it's only found in the Dominican Republic. I know. Part of me thinks that I'm crazy for even, like, wanting to try to start a new business right now because of everything that's going on, but I just feel like I need to try my hardest to keep myself out of the rat race because it really makes me depressed. And I feel like I need to be my own boss. Yeah, dude, I've tried every, like, what is it called? I want to say genre of job, but that's not right. Like everything from like serving jobs to working in an office. I was an office manager for a while. I really liked working in the cannabis industry, but in Illinois it's so different, right? Because it's monopolized and it's very like you can tell it's so government run. Unlike Oregon, where it's very like loosey goosey and everybody's chill. It's not the same here. Like if you've ever been to the Verlife in Aurora, Illinois, it feels like you're walking into a jail. It's so crazy. And you have to walk through like all these different like gates and stuff and talk to like multiple people who have badges. Should I add more? We'll do these little guys. It's just weed, exactly. Even Trump wants to decriminalize weed. Did you guys hear that? Isn't that crazy? It's the craziest thing he's ever said. Yes, Alicia. Agree. I have been sober from alcohol since 2016. But I'm definitely a big fan of the Mary Jane. Yes, Alicia, Or Lita. I'm sorry. I said that wrong. Hold on a second. I just made a new amethyst one. I'm going to show it to you. It's not on there yet, because I just made it yesterday. And this is a size 8. But if you want something similar, I can make you something similar. But this is chevron amethyst. There's also clear quartz on there. Clear quartz. And this is like a light purpley color. We got a tree of life, a leaf, and a heart. So that one will be going on either later tonight or by tomorrow morning. That'll be up. Oh, and I also brought, someone was looking for turquoise, but this is the turquoise one I made yesterday. And this one's a 7-inch. And it has floating, I don't know if you guys can see that. It has the floating things. Anyways. Turquoise. And it has the turquoise donuts. It's gold. This one also has turquoise chips and clear quartz. These are also turquoise seed beads. So it has a lot of turquoise, and I think it's because I have so much turquoise beads that I haven't really like even dipped into them. So I just loaded it up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my God, Ginger! Oh my God, thank you so much. Love, Mary Jane. Hope this helps your new business. Sending love from Kentucky. Thank you, Ginger. This is so generous. It's so crazy. Also, I am sorry I have Did he really say that when? Yes, shiny nickel blades. That was like 2 days ago. And it was it's more of like a concept of a plan, as he says. He hasn't discussed it with anybody yet. It's just something he's thinking about. So, it's honestly, it's so hard to keep up with everything that dude says, honestly. All right, sorry, I was just going back and seeing if I missed any other comments, but I think I'm all caught up now. Dude, Ginger, that was so great. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. So I think we're just gonna do I think 3 on each side will be enough. And a silver in the middle. I'm hoping that will be enough. Maybe I should do 2 in the middle. Yeah. Yeah. Why do I stretch the cord? And by the way, I agree with both of you about being psycho and demented. And Cynthia, I stretch the cord because this elastic, I don't know if you've ever bought like a stretchy bracelet before, but when they don't stretch the string, you'll notice it starts getting super loose and like the beads start separating. So if you pre-stretch it, it'll like eliminate it from stretching too much once you wear it, because pulling it on and off, it stretches it a little bit. And so when you pre-stretch it, it won't make it all loosey-goosey. Thank you, Ginger. Yeah, I've been riding my bike around everywhere since my van isn't running. And Joey has just been loving that. Going on little bike rides everywhere. And everyone loves seeing him. Like, they get so excited to see Joey in the basket. It's so cute. I could make more videos with Joey and I riding our bike. I don't know. I just feel like because I was an avid traveler for so long, like, I feel like my videos of being local are like boring in comparison. I'm having like some serious, what is it called when you, imposter syndrome? And I just haven't wanted to make videos because I'm like, why would anybody want to watch my boring normal life? But it's hard because YouTube was my main source of income for so many years that the transition out of that has been really hard. And I like just miss the freedom of what my life was before I came here. Because now I feel trapped. Like, not only like because I can't leave, but like financially, like I have to do something other than what I've wanted to do for so long. Like, I pretty much had my dream life, you know, and it just slowly slipped away from me where it's like I can't even get it back right now if I wanted to. And so I'm just kind of trying to adjust to my new life. And so making videos about that, it just seems so weird because I don't know, I feel like it would just be like sappy, like, oh, I don't know what to do with my life every single video. I have like no idea what I'm going to be doing. Ideally, I would be just making art, living in the woods next to a little bubbly creek, just living my best life, making art. Maybe have a little garden, read my books. Just everyone else can just leave me alone besides the people I love. Yes, let's all buy land. Yeah, Sarah, it's crazy, right? And I loved camp hosting, but as you probably know by now, Sarah, it is not easy work to do your full-time job and then also do like full-time YouTube scheduling. That was the hardest part about it. Like, I felt like I was working two full-time jobs. And so my 2 days off that I got from camp hosting, I would spend going on an adventure somewhere within, like, I think the furthest that I went from there was Crater Lake, and that was like a 4-hour drive from where I was. And so that was the furthest that I went, and I only had 2 days, right? Because you only get 2 days off. So the drive to wherever I was going to adventure, and then I have to do all of my errands, on those days because it was like an hour into town otherwise. And so when you're working a full-time day and you get off, right? You can't just like go run into town that's an hour away. And I was in my minivan, so I'd have to like pack up everything before I could go. Anyways, it was this big ordeal. And I don't know how I did it because now I'm thinking about it like, could I do that again? No, probably not. It was so draining. It's not enough time. It was, but I was like, my dream to like make YouTube happen so that I could travel with it. And so I mean, even when I was not living in my van and camp hosting, um, oops, I was working full time at a dispensary and still making of videos every week, building out my van. And so I was working, sorry, I'm losing track of this thing. Working two full-time jobs for like 2 years before I could afford to like not have that second job. And now I'm like, would I have to do that again in order to like, I don't know. I don't like thinking about it too much. I get stressed out. And it's like, am I even going to have to worry about that in the next year? Because are they going to make me go to the colonies and scoop up stuff? Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you so much. I don't know why I was so scared. I do this almost every single day. And so it's something that I've like thought about doing on this channel. But I know that is so far off from my like normal, I don't know. But I guess it doesn't matter because it's my life and my YouTube channel and I can do whatever I want with it. I just, every single time I've posted something that isn't me traveling, I get a comment or multiple comments about how this is not the content that they wanted. And I don't know. You feel trapped a little bit, right? Like I put myself into a box and I'm just trying to navigate that box. Now that I am not living in it fully. And I think it'll be cooler once I I can buy some land and then that would be like along the same lines, I guess. Yeah. And I feel like people aren't even really being assholes. It's just like I know that if I like subscribed to a YouTube channel that was about van life and then all of a sudden they started making jewelry videos, I'd be like, oh, well, this isn't really what I was like wanting to watch. So, which is totally fine. It's totally understandable. It just puts me, the content creator, in a weird position because I'm like, well, I know this isn't what people want, but this is what they're going to get because this is what I have going on right now. Right, Sarah? And that's why when I made my channel called this My Basic Journey, it wasn't even gonna be van life, right? Because when I first made a YouTube channel, it was like veganism and minimalism. And then I got the van and started making van life content. Um, but I feel like, most people know that already. It's just like the people who are newer to my channel, like, oh, they like got in here like the last year and they're like, wait, you're not doing this anymore? Like, I can't. Sorry, I'm totally just rambling. Mm-mm-mm. Yes, on what Sarah says, your journey. Thank you. Right, Anais? And I honestly, like, if I could, I would be living on the road right now. If I could. And it's just a matter of time before I can figure out a way to get back out there. But I'm hoping that, like, most of the people in the White House will be eradicated by then. And if there's like huge music festivals going on somewhere, I want to be there. Um, Either in Chicago or maybe I'll figure out a way to get to DC, depending on what the sitch is. All I can think about is like Vietnam, um, and how there was like millions of people who made their way to Washington, D.C. And I feel like that's something that we as humans are going to have to collectively agree to doing and get out there. And it is honestly very scary how many people who are like okay with what's happening or even encouraging what's happening. And then it makes me think back to 1930s Germany when so many people in the German community were like pro Hitler and all the things that he was doing, right? I mean, that's why he got away with so much, because he had so much support behind him at the time, even if there were a lot of people against it. Eradicated is the perfect word. I know, but I feel like that's one of those words that could probably get me in trouble with the government for using it, but that's okay. Gonna need to add something, I think, to this to make it a bit longer. I'm sorry that I just keep spiraling into the government shit, but politics is like ruining my brain. Exactly. It's a play-by-play of what happened. It's almost terrifying to the fact that like people from that side can't see it. And they think that like the left is the ones who are fascist. And I'm like, "Oh my God." And it's hilarious to me that these like anti-mask, anti-curfew people from 2020 are like pro ICE wearing masks and giving people curfews. Like the no tread on me, like don't tread on me crowd is like super quiet about all of this treading that's happening. It's mind-boggling, honestly. Like pick a stance. Oh my God, is that the guy who is like women are just like baby makers, basically? Like that's the only way that we help society is just making more people. Yes, we're in this together and we need to come together and fix things because there's way more of us than there is of them. And I feel like once the right come to conclusion that we're not against them, but against the top people, we can come together and fight the rich. I know, it's so sad. Oh my God. And I think it's hilarious. It's so funny and like the irony in it of these like trad wife People um, who have social media accounts, because I'm like, it's just so funny because it's like, if you're really a trad wife, you would, what is it? You would be seen and not heard or something. Like, you wouldn't be on the internet. Whatever they say. Lost my BFF to the cult. I have lost so many people to the cult. Family. Oh, thank you, Cynthia. Once it affects them personally, they'll begin to care, right? You already see the people who are losing like their Medicare, who are like, I voted for him. This is not what I voted for. Yes. Who would have thought that the criminal would lie to them? Yeah, my dad was a very much like, I hate politics, I hate all politicians, I'm not for either side my entire life until 2016. And then all of a sudden, all of a sudden he cares about politics and for all the wrong reasons. And so I did not talk to my dad for 6 years because he turned into like a racist, homophobic piece of shit. And unfortunately, now that he's dead, I can't even like find out if he would have ever gotten out of it. I did go and visit him in 2022, which was the last time that I saw him before he passed. Um, but he was very much, still very much MAGA, um, which, sucks because he wasn't the person that I grew up with, and then he died like an idiot. And so I never got the chance to like, I don't want to say like make up, but like reconcile all of the things that I was angry at him for. It does suck. It was really sad. And I miss the person that I grew up with, but then I have to remember that that guy has not been here since like 2015-ish. Oh, no, I'm not, Sue. Thank you. Yeah, I've actually been very quiet about my political beliefs on this channel, but at this point, I don't care. And I've said this like a few times, especially when I'm live, when we start talking about it, um, that I'm no longer going to remain silent. I don't want to be viewed as like complacent in what's happening in America right now. I am not cool with the amount of hatred. I mean, that is what the party is based on. It's literally just based on hate of other groups of people, and I can't. I'm reading Steve Hassan's book, The Cult of Trump. I've read a lot of books on cults, but it's still very enlightening. Right, Sarah? Um, Silence is violence. Exactly. Yeah. I don't even know how people can be like, oh, yeah, I'm not really into politics and have like no idea what's going on at this point. Um, what was I doing? Oh, yeah. Mm-mm. This little tiny one. right? It's not about left or right. And I feel like it's whether or not we have the same morals. Yeah, right? Or how they're like, I don't know how you can just stop talking to somebody just because they're MAGA, but it's because they believe that certain people are lesser than them. And they voted because of that reason. Like no matter what way you put it, cleaning up our borders is a disgusting way for getting rid of a human race out of your country. You're not cleaning up shit. I don't know if I have another one of those little swirly gigs. I have to figure out something else. What is teardrop, Sarah? Can you say it a couple times and I'm not sure. Is that like a person? Oh, I found one. Hey. Hey, Charlotte. Oh, okay. I was like, I've seen you say it a few times now, and I was like, I don't know if it was supposed to be like, you know how you can type out words with emojis? And like, so you would type out teardrop, and I don't know. It, I was very confused for a minute. Mm-mm-mm. All right, let's just double check. Make sure it's 7 inches. Yes, Ginger. Yes. Honestly, I'm really surprised on how there's so many racists in this country. Um, I'm pretty sure we all grew up relatively the same, right? We went to a school where we put our hand over our heart every single morning and recited like a cult that there should be liberty and justice for all. Every single school that I've been to had the golden rule somewhere on one of their walls, right? About treating people how you wanted to be treated. And like, I just don't understand it. I went to church like a lot of white families do every Sunday, where they preach to me to love every single person. Like, where did we go wrong from all of that ideology? It's just preached and not practiced. And it's fucked up, this world. And like, I can't believe we're back to a point where we have to fight for civil rights. Like, we've already been through this. And I feel like now there's way more of us radical leftists. These crazy ideologies that everyone should be able to like live. Like, uh. Thank you, Pat. She's doing very well. Thank you, Ginger. Yeah, she's at the point now where she just has to go in every few months to get testing done to make sure that it didn't come back. And after, I think they said the first 2 years, if it doesn't come back, they can tone it down to biannually. So every 6 months, she would go in and get the testing done. But right now, it's every 3 months she goes in. She gets an MRI done, ultrasound, colonoscopy. Every 3 months. Which is just crazy to me. As somebody without health insurance, like the thought of how much money that is. It's so crazy to me. I loved your camping videos. Will you be camping again this summer? Yes, I'm going camping again this weekend. But I probably will not be recording. It is a family friend's 50th wedding anniversary party. 50th, which is crazy. So I will be, let's see how many I did. I feel like I did more than 10. So I probably won't be recording anything. Like maybe I could do like a little walk around the woods with Joey, just like give people their Joey time, because that's the one thing people are always like, where's Joey at if he's not in the video? And so maybe I'll just do a just Joey. We'll follow him around and what he does all day while we're camping. I know. I wish I could too, Sarah. Yeah. I'm a little disappointed in my van I feel like once I fix something, something else goes wrong. It's at that age, you know? And so I'm overly cautious of like how much I'm willing to spend on my van, but also that means that I don't have a running vehicle right this moment. And so it's nice that I do have my e-bike because it still allows me to like go places. Okay. Just gonna hide these really quick. All right. E-bike. Oh my god, I love it. I love my e-bike so much. And it's not even like that great of one. Like the brakes have been just so wonky since I first got it. So as long as I don't take it down like too big of hills, I'm okay. So oh, I just flung that. And that one. Oh, whoa. Hi, Ginger. About the jewelry, it is all on Etsy. It's KismetCreationHaven. The link is in the description box down below. Although I'm not sure if it like shows that while I'm live. I'm not really sure how that works, honestly. But yes, all of my jewelry is sold on Etsy. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm like off camera. I'm just fixing this. My finger ring. Need some of these. One semi bigger one for that guy. Sorry, I was not paying attention to the comments for a minute. Anais, the e-bike is 80 pounds. It's heavy as heck. It was so hard to get it out of the box because it was so heavy and like packed in there so tight. But yes, very heavy. And I've never been through that area, Sarah, but the videos that you guys have taken, the pictures you've shared, look beautiful. Yep. I also want that one on this one, and this one to have the key. Sue, it's KismetCreationHaven. And Bridget, thank you for letting me know that you can see it linked below there. I do also have a YouTube channel that I'll eventually start doing this on. And I'm in the process right now of a couple different projects because I would really like to make a coloring book. And so I've been working on that. And I'm also working on starting a t-shirt business with my art, and also stickers. So pretty much any merch related things. Oh my gosh, thank you, Sarah. Thank you. Right? It's a lot more work than I thought it was going to be, though. And so I just know that it was something that I was like, oh, I'll just take a week drawing things up, and then it'll only take me like another week to like figure out how to use KDP, and bam, it'll be done. But no, it's not working out like that at all. And yeah, I have spring was cool with my basic journey. And so I don't know if I'm going to use spring or if I'll use another one. The issue that I'm having is when I did Printful, which I did like the quality of Printful stickers better than Spring. Hold on a second, I can't multitask. But I didn't like the fact that if I was to put the Printful onto my Etsy, you have to pay up front. So let's say somebody orders like a $45 sweatshirt and a $25 t-shirt and 2 stickers, and it's like $80 or whatever. That comes out of my account through Printful. And then I would get paid the difference from what it cost Printful and what I made off of Etsy, if that makes sense. Yes. Yeah, it was super annoying. So let's say because you pay Printful cost, right? And so let's say that I pay Printful $11 for the t-shirt and I charge 20 for it from the website. So the person pays me $20, but Printful charges me that $8 up front. And so I don't like, I have to wait, first of all, through Etsy. I'm still on like a waiting thing. And I have to wait 2 weeks to even see that money anyways. And so I just don't think that Printful is like the best idea, but I did like the quality of their stuff more than Spring. But with Spring, I don't have to pay. It's just drop shipping. Simple from YouTube. And I don't know if it's because it has an integrated platform with, like it's integrated with YouTube, and so I've never had to pay up front for their stuff. And I just get the difference. I don't know. I also tried using Gelato. I made a calendar through them, but they don't sell stickers, and so I didn't want to use that. Right, Sarah? Like you have to have like your like a designated like pool of money in there. Yeah. Because it like you still get the money from Etsy. So like if I placed an order on Etsy for a t-shirt, that money still goes to you, but then Printful still needs to get paid, and so they just charge you to make it before they send it out. And they immediately charge you. It is so immediate. And so if you didn't have money in your account for that second, it was a little stressful when I was using Printful for a while. But also, people don't really order my merch anymore, which is fine because I never promote it. I kind of like, at this point, because it's been so many years since I have even touched my merch, I'm like, I don't really like it anymore. And like, I've thought so many times of like redoing it, but I just never got around to it. Oh my gosh. This thing is the wrong size. Oh yeah, I was on the wrong one. Ta-da! Now it floats around. It's so cute. And the finished pieces. Fourth Wall? Is that another drop shipping company? Does it integrate with YouTube as well? I'm surprised there's still 19 of you on here. I would watch you and Ias. Mm, I'm gonna have to check it out. Do they have stickers? And if so, have you gotten their stickers? Because to me, like, the only, like, spring stickers are not, they're not very good quality. Cynthia, that is so awesome. That is so awesome. Are you pissed off that we now have to, like, pretty much fight for all of those things all over again? If you ever try them, their stickers, I would like to know what they're like. I really love the Sticker Mule stickers are really good quality, and I feel like they're decently priced for how many you get. But I do not like that they went on like some MAGA. I don't remember if you guys remember last year. They sent out a whole bunch of like MAGA emails, and I'm like, aren't you guys a sticker company? Like, what the hell? And I have not wanted to buy from them ever again. I honestly hate that Trump is a Gemini because it gives us a bad name. Yes, dude. I will not order from Sticker Meal again. I don't care if you give me free hot sauce, dude. It's not worth it. I like unsubscribed to their emails because it wasn't just one. It was like multiple in a row where they sent like rants, MAGA rants to people. I'm like, you guys are not selling me stickers this way. Yes, Anais, please do. I mean, maybe he'll follow that playbook from Germany, from the mustache guy, and he'll follow that through all the way to the end. And hopefully it goes quicker than last time. Okay, I'm gonna make another one. I should go eat, but what should I make this time? What stone should I do next? I'm gonna do some moss agate. Moss agate. Aren't they so pretty? It's one of my favorite stones that I've purchased. I have my ideal engagement ring is moss agate because I hate diamonds. And it's so pretty. It's my favorite stone. Yeah, wasn't he supposed to, like, I don't know, have a heart condition or something? I need 2 more for this one. You guys are funny. Some sea glass? Nah. I'm just gonna go with that one. For real, Ginger, he really does. It's got like purple on them. I'm not really sure how I feel about that. Or I have like orange and green. Or I have like this weird, it's hard to tell in this lighting, but it's like rainbow. Or I can just do like white and green. Maybe a couple of these. You know, I wasn't going to make another one. I was going to stop after those two and go make lunch. But I'm just going to get started. I agree with you, Cynthia. Me too. Me too. Oh, gosh. Okay. Now, should I make this with gold? Because I feel like green and gold would be cute. ones. I feel like this one should go first. I think it's a lot worse than they're saying. I've been a nurse for 42 years, and I think he has congestive heart failure. And that's why he had been indwelling Foley catheter. Huh. Bye, Anais. I'm so happy you came and hung out. Yeah. Aw. You guys are so cute. Hmm. Should I do gold? I feel like I should do gold because let's look at these last two ones. I feel like I should do gold. I saw that somewhere too, Cynthia. I saw that somebody had already made that just prediction. Yep, that's so crazy. That wouldn't surprise me. Or should I just do one in the middle? Maybe I'll add one more for this one so I can put it in the middle too. Mm-hmm. Okay, if we do these ones. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I've been in areas that are diverse and don't have a lot of racism, but I've also been in areas that are blatantly racist. Also, there's a lot of subtle, to me, it's blatant, but to other white folks, probably is considered subtle racist remarks. Um, the one I heard most common when I lived in like the Eugene area is that the people who, like the black people who grew up in Oregon, will get comments like, oh, you don't talk like a black person, and not realizing that what they're saying is like extremely racist. But it's a lot of ignorance. I agree with the gold. Ba-dum-bow. Yeah, and I don't know why it just told me I'm live again. New Brunswick. Yeah, it was the last. Also, I didn't know the racist background of Oregon until I moved there. Um, but they also were the last state to stop segregation. They also have a lot of KKK members, which I didn't know until I moved there. Shit's wild. Like, I had no idea. They, like, don't teach you that kind of stuff in history class. You know what I mean? And really, they should. Although, if they taught us the truth, we wouldn't grow up thinking that America was the heroes. They don't want to ruin their amazing reputation of being genocidal while also being praised as a hero. I feel like so much of our history was changed to fit a certain narrative. I just recently, the story of the code talker, what is that? Oh, that's Chantel, nice seeing you on YouTube. I'm working on a native skirt for Navajo Code Talker Day, Thursday. I'm a lady shawl dancer, number 47. Took out all the Code Talker info from the Smithsonian. Yeah, I don't even know what Code Talker is. Another thing they probably did not teach me in my American history classes. And only now, because of the internet, am I learning some things that are just absolutely horrific. Wind talkers. What is it about? I've been on here for like 2 hours already, which is crazy. It went by really fast. I wish there was a way to just like kill off all the racists without being homicidal. Also, I will never understand homophobia. I might not be gay, but who other people love does not affect me at all. So, like, why the fuck do you care? Like, it seriously does not make sense to me. Let's see. In World War II, the government used the Navajo language as code to send messages, and it could not be broken by the enemies. They had Navajo people writing and sending the code. They basically helped win the war. Yeah, why are we fighting for marriage equality again? It was not even that long ago that we stopped being homophobic in this country. Well, outright, anyways. Which I find hilarious about the RNC crashing grinder. Did you guys hear the wild story about the lawmaker in Utah changing the consent laws because his 18-year-old son or his nephew or something, one of his 18-year-old family members got caught. He like impregnated a 13-year-old or something. And so he literally changed Utah consent laws so that he wouldn't get in trouble. Yeah, it's fucked up. And you can't tell me that this whole you know that Doge guy that got beat up by those teenagers, and that's what like all of this stemmed from Washington D.C. just being riddled with crazy youths. And so now I feel like he's using this as like we're gonna try kids as adults. We're gonna try to lower the age of which they could be tried as an adult. I feel like is just him leading up For him to be like, oh, see, 14, tried as an adult. These girls that were 14, they're old enough to be adults too then. I feel like this is all some sort of way for him to like minimize what happened with him and Jeffrey Epstein. So he can like normalize pedophilia before he drops that bomb on us, even though we're all well aware he is on them. Right? And just because some Doge kid whose nickname was like Big Balls got beat up by some teenagers because he was being like openly racist on the streets in Washington, D.C. Like, fuck. uh, thanks, Sarah. I know you also got another green and gold one. But that one was definitely more like a true green compared to this one. Our country is so embarrassing. And like I don't think he realizes like everyone else in the world pretty much looks at him like he is just a joke. And he thinks that everybody's like scared of him or intimidated by him, and everyone's just like, okay, Donnie, good one, bro. Freaking idiot. uh. Like, don't get me wrong, I wasn't a huge fan of Biden. But then again, I've never idolized any politician, so I don't know. It's just so weird that it's such like a cult mindset with that. Like they like idolize him so much. I mean, he really came out and said like he could shoot somebody in Times Square and nobody would care. That's how dense his following is. No. And the only politician that I have remotely gotten like emotional over was Bernie. And then I hated the DNC for making us choose from frickin' Hillary. Like, what? Dude. And I'm upset with them that they didn't have Kamala as their primary candidate until like almost the end. Like, I feel like if she had more time, I don't know. I actually don't know that because I feel like too many people were like, because she's a woman, I wouldn't vote for her on both sides, which pisses me off. We're just so deep into patriarchy over here. I would have loved to have her as our president, though. Miss Madam President. I would have loved it. Did you see her on, didn't she go on Colbert? Is that what the one she did? Yes, she lost due to racism and misogyny, right? Right, Sarah? Like, they were already making fun of his age. Like, not that Trump's any better now. Which is so funny. They had such a big problem with his age 4 years ago, but now that Trump's the same age, suddenly he's not as old. Like, that doesn't make any sense, but... Ugh. You know how they have, like, a minimum age? You have to be 35, right? To be the president. They should definitely have, like, a maximum age. Like, maximum age of 60. Because I feel like once you're past that point, you're not in touch with the reality of what, like, the people who are 70, 80 years old, they have no idea what it's like to be even middle-aged in this society, right? They rubbed 2 nickels together and gave somebody a Werther's and bought a house. They're so out of touch that the term limits need to happen, age limits need to happen. Like, our government right now is pretty much just a nursing home. Right? Max age. Max age. Right, Pat? I agree with that. I go back and forth to being like, I wish that I was, like, just willfully ignorant. Right? Just completely, like, not, just to not know what's going on. Like, I envy those people who just can put it in themselves to just not care about what's going on. But, I can't because I feel like I have to stay informed. I feel like I have to. Oh, okay. I think that I'm going to finish this seed bead bracelet after I eat lunch. But I think that turned out really cute, and I'll put a charm on it afterwards. And I love the moss agate. So pretty. Not a nursing home. Yeah. That's how it feels. Well, thank you guys for everybody who's hung out with me for the last 2 hours. Thank you, Ginger. Me too. Green is my favorite color. Green, pink, then black. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and enjoying this lovely Tuesday. It's not Monday. Somebody corrected me earlier. My days just kind of blend together nowadays, so. Just a lot of stressing, a lot of jewelry making. But I'm going to head out of here. It's already 2. I'm going to go eat some lunch. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much to Ginger and I think it was Cynthia who sent me super chats. I really appreciate you guys. So thank you so much. And maybe I will do this more often. I don't know why I get so nervous. I get so nervous sometimes to come live when I know it's not like travel related. But maybe I can do this more often. Um, oh, Pat, I was not trying to be rude. I just personally, like, I feel like I have to stay informed, but yes, it does stress me out too. And I don't have a heart condition, but it stresses me out so much too. Was not trying to be rude. I wish that I could be somebody who just doesn't watch it. I'm sorry that that was taken the wrong way. Um, I know it's a lot right now. I feel like everybody is overwhelmed. Um, and so it is totally understandable for your own health why you would want to. So I'm very sorry that if that was taken wrong, I did not mean to be offensive. Um, but yes, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Um, and I will do this again soon. It was a lot of fun. But yes, Sarah, I miss you so much. And maybe we can figure out something for a little trip. Maybe I can. My mom was supposed to go to Colorado, and so I was thinking of like hitching with her. Um, but I don't think they're going anymore. They were gonna go in September, but my grandma decided she didn't want to, so I think we might be doing Vegas in February instead. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens because my grandma doesn't seem like she wants to do either. Her sister lives in Vegas, but they have property in Colorado, and so they have a cabin there where they spend the summer. And so if we go during the summer to visit her, we go to Colorado, and if we go during the winter, we go to Vegas. So I think we're going to end up going to Vegas, but I don't know. We'll see. Thank you, Elida. Yes, anytime. Anytime. I feel like I was the one doing most of the venting. So, but thank you guys so much. I will see you guys soon, hopefully. I'm so sorry it took so long to get back on here, but thank you. All right, we'll see you later.